The magician built a solid wall in the center of the stage and claimed he could pass through it using only his mind. Then, the assistant raised a screen, and to everyone's astonishment, the man truly passed through the wall. The audience was left in disbelief, applauding wildly and asking for a repeat performance. The man, who had only rehearsed once, was terrified of failing and thus had no choice but to forcefully perform again. After the screen closed, he signaled to his assistant, who quickly activated the mechanism. A small hole appeared on the floor, revealing the secret behind the wall trick. The magician crawled out from underground, with his wife watching anxiously. He stood up, casually twisted his waist to show he was fine, and after adjusting his outfit, he couldn't spare time to respond to his wife's affection. Instead, he returned to the audience's view with another mysterious pose. This time, the applause was even louder, and the people behind the scenes were greatly satisfied. Magic, after all, is not real magic, but Houdini believed that as long as it brought joy, it had meaning. From then on, Houdini's fame grew, and even the Russian royal family invited him to perform at the Kremlin. Houdini told everyone he could help them fulfill their wishes. In surprise, the royal family wrote down their wishes on pieces of paper, which Houdini collected. To make them believe him even more, he asked the princess to randomly pick one. No matter the wish, he promised to make it come true. However, when Houdini opened the paper, he realized he didn't understand Russian, which caused an uproar of laughter. The missionaries, initially worried about their position, now felt relieved, thinking Houdini was just a fraud. Houdini didn't mind and asked the queen to help translate, but after glancing at the paper, the queen said the wish was impossible to fulfill, for it read, "Have the bells of the Kremlin ring again." The Tsar also believed it was impossible, stating that the great bell had not rung for hundreds of years, the ropes had rotted, and the stairs were long gone. However, Houdini remained unfazed. He opened the window and looked at the bell, then took out a handkerchief, stuffing a white silk scarf inside. The next moment, he pulled a rope out from the scarf. The audience applauded, but clearly, this was the trick Houdini was performing. He asked the princess to pull the rope, and when she did, the bell outside rang. When the long minus silent bell finally tolled, everyone in the room was stunned and knelt, praying fervently. Even the missionaries, well minus versed in mysticism, couldn't figure out how it was done. Meanwhile, Houdini remained calm. In reality, making the bell toll was the only wish Houdini had prepared. While it seemed that the princess randomly drew a wish, Houdini had secretly swapped the paper. The key to the bell ringing lay in a sniper rifle that Houdini had set up with his assistant on a nearby building, aiming at the bell. He opened the window to signal the assistant, and used the red handkerchief to prevent the snowstorm from obstructing the view. When the princess pulled the rope, the assistant fired the rifle, causing the bell to ring effortlessly. The Tsar, not understanding, believed that Houdini must possess supernatural powers. This performance took Houdini's fame to unprecedented heights. However, this period didn't last long. The audience soon grew numb to the same tricks and performances that used to be sold minus